I'm Holly, and that's me.
And I'm Lock. Would you prefer to listen to a more action-packed and mysterious storyline, or a more quieter and calming storyline in a radio drama?
I think for a radio drama, action-packed can be the way to go, because if I wanted like calm and chill, I'd probably go and listen to a podcast, something more like realistic and like, you know, taken from real life. Whereas if I'm meaning to listen to a radio drama, I want that something more, you know.
I think I'd be more likely to listen to something that I can just sort of switch off to, because my brain sort of just wanders around, and if I'm just listening and not able to actually watch it, I think I could sort of like daydream a bit while it's happening. So if it's anything I'd have to like pay too much attention to, I think I'd end up having to go back and re-listen because I'd miss bits. So yeah, it's probably just personally, I think I'd be more likely to listen to something that's more like light-hearted and yeah.
And do you think that the story needs to be very detailed and precise in order to keep the listener interested?
I don't think detailed and precise, but I definitely think like throughout for it to have like plot points, just to keep interest. Because if it just doesn't really have any like movement to it, then there's no, you know, incentive to keep listening.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think storylines are important, and definitely if it's like an ongoing thing, like you're trying to like keep the audience with you, it should probably have some sort of structure to it like that.
And what is your favourite genre in general, and then would you listen to that in a radio drama?
I like really action-packed things in movies. I tend to like those, but I'm also a big fan of comedies, and I think for radio drama I'd probably lean more towards action, just because I think it's a lot easier for it to be very good. But I think I could enjoy both. I would definitely like I would listen to similar genres in a radio drama than I would in TV and film as well.
Yeah.
I think to make it interesting, I think like maybe like true crime. That always like sort of drags me in, keeps me really interested. I think the fact that it's like based on true events, like those kinds of sort of radio dramas are really interesting to listen to, as well as like a horror, like a sci-fi, because I feel like you could have lots of like sounds in that and it can really keep you like gripped, because you're just like, oh, what's that sound? Oh, what's going on?
Yeah. And what genre do you think would make a radio drama interesting, and what genre mixes do you think would work well? So like multiple genres in one radio drama.
I think I'd enjoy like an action sort of mystery, kind of crime and action put into one, which they go together kind of naturally anyways. Or if you're going to go the comedy route, I think also having kind of a like deeper storyline within that is nice. So it's just like cross those genres over.
Yeah, I agree. I quite like it when there's like a very serious sort of dramatic like radio drama or TV show or something that also has like the comedic relief within it, and like for example like Breaking Bad is like a really dark storyline, but it does have lots of comedic parts in it which just sort of just give you a little break from the really serious stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit of respite
exactly.
for the audience, and it's it is again more of an incentive to listen, because otherwise you're just feeling like shit all the time.
Yeah, you don't
want all these sad things are happening.
Down.
But having that like relief, whether that's kind of like romance or comedy or just like a happier storyline, to like intertwine those with each other is like very smart.
For sure.
Tell the answers.
Yes.
Yeah. What is like an ideal length for a radio drama? Like what would you think would be too short or too long?
I can't focus on anything for too long, so I'd say episodes have got to be cut into like 10 minutes max for me. Even if it was like a radio drama, even if it was being played, you know, a 10-minute episode and then a break of whatever, songs, whatever, and then another 10-minute episode, that would be more helpful than me having a big 20-minute episode. Like, I could not hack it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. My concentration dies after a very short amount of time, so I think like to keep me interested, and also I think it's a good way of keeping the audience interested, because if you put everything in a really long episode, there's sort of, you run out of like things you can do in the different episodes. I think it's a good way of making it so you can have lots of episodes and therefore keep them listening for a long time and sort of get them sort of more interested, I think.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys.
That's
No
quite
worries.
questions.